everyone so much for coming out this afternoon. We are here on a Sunday, really close to Central Avenue, to celebrate Sunday on Central Avenue, an amazing outdoor gallery exhibition featuring some incredible photographers. I feel like a lot of people in this audience know them, and I appreciate you coming out to celebrate with us. So we've got Jessica Roybal. I know, come on, I know you guys know them because you're in the photos. Jessica Roybal. That's better. Gabriela Campos. Nathaniel Tatsuro. Oh my gosh, help me, man. Palunelli. I just call him Tatsuro because that's what it says on my Instagram. All right. And also in a few minutes, we're going to hear from Levi Romero, who's the former New Mexico Poet Laureate and the Centennial Poet of New Mexico. So, but first, I just want to say thank you so much to these three artists who celebrate our city, who celebrate the people in our city, who celebrate the culture of our city. We're so proud of the work that they did to have this show here with the city of Albuquerque on Civic Plaza. I hope that some of you also have seen and visited the other exhibition that they have, photography at the Route 66 Visitor Center. It's a whole different set of photos, so if you haven't been out there to see that, I invite you to go out there. We're open on Thursdays through Sundays from 10 to 4. It's a beautiful exhibition as well. And I want to give a special thanks to Diego Lucero, our Deputy Director of Arts and Culture. He likes to hide in the back. Today he's over behind the camera on purpose. Diego has worked with the artists and done all the hard logistics to get this onto the plaza. So thank you so very much. I am just here to get the party started because when we are celebrating art, what we really want to hear from is the artists. So are you all speaking today? Everybody's got something to say, so I'm just going to hand it off to the artist that's closest to me, Nathaniel.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you everyone for coming out here. I just love taking photos of this city. I love everything about Albuquerque, and I'm glad to be here and celebrate it. Next.
Thanks, you guys. I wanted to thank the city also, especially Diego. You stuck with us through some hard moments getting this together, so thank you so much. But mostly, I want to thank the lowrider community. This exhibit wouldn't exist without you guys letting us take your picture. You let us into your cars, into your homes, into your lives, and we're just really grateful. So thank you so much.
Hi. I want to follow up on that. Thank you to the city for believing in us and letting us showcase our art and share the moments that we take of you guys, and for you all letting us have those moments. They're very special to all of us. Thank you everybody that rolled up today, got their car on the plaza for us. I really appreciate that. Bringing your bike out, Candy, really appreciate that. And it means so much to see you guys here and sharing this moment with us. I'm also going to do a shameless plug for my next project. I'm going to be going across from Santa Monica to Chicago. I'm the official photographer for the Route 66 Centennial Caravan. And I want to invite everybody to join us as we come through New Mexico. As many cars can register to be a part of this moment as we come through. And you can follow the story on route66caravan.com. There'll be a live schedule every 5 minutes showing our location so you guys can greet the caravan as it comes through with all their crazy cars. So, yay!
All right, and that starts when? When do you start cruising the Route 66?
June 6th from Santa Monica. We'll be in Albuquerque.
Okay, so they're leaving June 6th in Santa Monica. They're driving through Albuquerque on June 12th. So just a couple weeks away. So one more time before I bring up our poet, because it's always good to have poetry and visuals at the same time, but let's hear some love and applause for these three talented photographers. Oops. All right. I really feel like you could do better. Just one more time. A little bit more love. Oh, that's so much better. All right. And today we're also going to hear, we're going to close out our very short program here with a poem from Levi Romero. It's also included, I think you're reading the same poem, right? Yes. He's reading a poem that Jessica actually really wanted to include in this, so we're very happy that Levi said yes. It's on the other end of the exhibit, so if you don't catch all the words, you can go spend some more time with it after this. But instead of reading it, let's hear it in real life from Levi Romero. Come on up, Levi.
Thank you, Shell. Thank you, everybody. There's actually a scan code for the audio version of the poem, too, so that's pretty cool. Every time I do the poem, it sounds different. And I wrote this poem during the time when I lived in Barelas 13. Some of you may remember those days, back in the days when you couldn't go into these barrios like Barelas or Sanford, Duranes, La Ruca, Martinez Town, any of these places. You couldn't go in there unless you were from there, you had familia there, or you had friends. But you didn't just go in and venture into those places. So I dedicate this poem to those cholas and cholos from the 1980s that welcomed me into their barrios. And I lived there for about 3 years. It was my first home away from home. My second querencias, but I like to call it. So, en memoria de la plebe de aquellos tiempos, no? Rosendo used to ride the buses, scoring phone numbers from rucas he'd meet at the parque or along Central's bus stops and diners. 3 to 5 numbers a day, Holmes, he'd say. By the end of the week, I know I'll get to go out with at least one, eh? Maybe she'll have her own canton and I'll drop by with a bottle of wine and some good smoke. Y vámonos, riesgo carnal. And he'd laugh and take a look at me and laugh again and say something like, este vato. Sometimes I just don't know about you, bro. Well, one night I was down at Jack's playing pool when the bartender yelled out that there was a phone call for someone whose name sounded like mine. And I was real surprised that it was for me, you know. Well, it was this sweet Jaina from the west side that I'd met a few weeks before. She said that my roommate had told her that I'd be there. She said she'd been wondering what I'd been doing and how come I hadn't called. She wanted me to go over. I said, hey, that sounds great, but I want to shoot a few more games of pool. Not that I was really interested in pool anymore, but hey, I couldn't let on like I didn't ever get those kind of calls, you know? Not like those vatos down at Tito's Tavern with faded prison tattoos and dead-aim stares did, leaning back against the wall, flirting with the rucas over the payphone, laughing and teasing while the jukebox plays Sam Cooke. And me sitting there watching and wondering where it was that I went wrong, going right. I asked her if there was anything she'd like for me to bring over, some wine maybe. And she says, hey, that sounds cool, and could you bring some cigarettes too? So a little bit later on, there I am going down the street, being all truchas for the jura, because I didn't want nothing to ruin that movida, you know? Well, I pulled into the Casa Grande. Remember the Casa Grande? Well, I pulled into the Casa Grande and asked for a bottle of Easy Nights and a pack of Frajos. And I sat there looking through the drive-up window at the poster girls on the wall. And I started thinking of home, so far away, and how oftentimes these days I had nowhere to go. Wishing I knew some nice girl I could drop by to visit and watch a mono with, or, you know, even just to sit and talk to. It was a rainy night, a beautiful burque rainy night, and the streets were all black and wet, neon lights reflecting off of everything and running down the street in streams of color. And I thought of Rosendo. And I knew he was gonna wanna know everything. Orale, serio, chale, you're driving Holmes? No, serio, Rosendo, her name's Carmela. Sergio Holmes, ya de veras, y este vato. And then as I drove away, I looked in the rear view mirror and I started laughing because, hey, sometimes even I just don't know about you, bro. Gracias.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming out to share with us in real life. We do have another poem, Damian Flores. He's not here today to share it, but there is a QR code, so you can listen about Grandma's last cruise. And otherwise, thank you all for coming out. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and I hope we'll see you again out here on the plaza.